Welcome to week 11 and 12 of preview. You are probably waking up to a lot of news, so let's get to it.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
I thought I was done trading. You thought I was done trading. I probably should have been done trading. I made some bad decisions whenever I was making the trades. Wasn't paying attention to bye weeks, and I almost fucked myself because I was going to take an automatic loss to Noah on week 13. I had to make some moves, try to actually get a win that week. Had to give up McCaffrey to do it, which I was not excited about, but I had no other option.
We usually don't pick up hitchhikers. But I'm gonna go with my instinct on this one.
Saddle up, partner.
I couldn't help but sit back and notice the bye weeks coming like...
Fucking me! Pick up, you bastards! Is there anyone there?
Yes, what you see?
Iceberg, right ahead!
Thank you.
It is not lost on me that there are only 6 players left on my team that I actually drafted.
It's a fire sale. Hey, we don't know that yet.
I'm going to keep making it interesting every week that I can. This week I took on Nick. I was able to beat him 165 to 132. It seems that my players do not like playing for other teams other than Mahomes last week.
Why didn't it work for him? The Elder Wand.
It answered to somebody else. When he killed Snape, he thought the wand would become his. But the thing is, the wand never belonged to Snape.
It does feel good to get a second win against Nick this year. For those of you that do not know the history, Nick and I played in the previous league together, and he beat me like a drum for most of the history of that league. It was nice to get off to a 2-0 start against him in this league. His quarterbacks actively hate him. They don't want to play for him.
Repeat my command.
Sir, we don't know what this message means. Our target package could have changed.
You repeat this order, or I'll find somebody who will.
Hell no, you won't, sir.
You're relieved of your position. Cobb, remove Mr. Hunter from the control room. Get Lieutenant Zimmer in here right now.
No, sir, I do not concur, and I do not recognize your authority to relieve me under command under Navy regulations.
Cobb, arrest this man and get him out of here!
Under operating procedures governing the release of nuclear weapons, we cannot launch our missiles unless both you and I agree.
Cobb,
Now,
what are
this
you
is not
waiting
a
for?
formality, sir. This is expressly why your command must be repeated. It requires my assent. I do not give it. And furthermore, you continue upon this course and insist upon this launch without confirming this message first. I will be
Chief of the boat.
back by the rules of precedence,
As Captain Commanding
authority
Officer of
and
the
command,
USS Alabama,
regulations
I order you to place the XO under arrest under
086
charge
the
of
Navy
mutiny.
regulations.
I say
to
again,
relieve
I order you to
of
place the
command,
XO
Captain.
under arrest under charge of mutiny. Cobb!
Next up, we have the return of the Unicorn playing against Josh this week. Josh was able to take home the win. I think he beat him 126 to 109. Ruben's had some very bad luck this year. I feel bad for him. You know, it's not the way you want to start off in this Super League that we've created, but, you know, he'll have a chance to make up for that next year. There's nothing salvaging what he looks like this year. And that means that we have a new king this week. Not that king. Not that king. How did that get in there? Not that king either, but the king is actually Josh.
Whoa, who's that dork?
That's the king.
Well, I should have guessed. Nothing says royalty like the burger hole.
Yeah.
With that win, Josh is able to slide into first place. The winner of the unfortunate match of the week goes to Noah. However, that means he took a loss to Scott, who put up 230 this week. Send me if you guys have seen a bigger fantasy score in the history of your leagues. I think we've had a couple 215s, maybe a 220. 230 is the absolute highest I remember seeing. I could just be misremembering, but congratulations to Scott. His team really brought it this week. Noah would have beat anybody else in the league. That is very unfortunate, especially this close to playoffs. That hurts a lot.
Boss!
Noah's probably looking at the score thinking,
Oh, come on!
I don't know about you guys, but I'm really looking forward to whatever celebratory video Scott shoots at the beach or the Chuck E. Cheese or wherever he films his things these days. Next up, we had Austin playing Jeremy. Austin taking down Jeremy made it easy for Josh to slide into the number 1 spot. I believe that also made that Austin slid into the number 2 spot, having more points than Jeremy now in the same record. That's a heck of a slide for Jeremy, who's been living dangerously at the top, but still he's been at the top all year long, and to get unseated now sucks. With that loss, it means that Josh, Jeremy, and Austin all only need one more win to lock it into the playoffs for the year, leaving the last spot fought between myself, Scott, Noah, and Nick, who is not technically out yet.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
He just has a hell of a climb left in front of him. Let's go ahead and get into Week 12. Week 12, I am playing the Unicorn, which I desperately need. I need to win out to really have a good shot at being in the playoffs. I know that the Unicorn is looking for that first win of the year. It is not going to be against me this week. Ruben is hoping that Alvin Kamara makes his return this week. CeeDee Lamb is in the concussion protocol, so we'll see if he actually plays on Thursday night or not. God knows that Dallas looked like they needed him. Next up, you have Josh playing Noah. Noah desperately needs a win. Josh would like a win to go ahead and cement himself into the playoffs. It really has been getting tight this time of year. Josh's team has been struggling. Noah's team has actually been playing really well. He just ran into a freight train of Scott last week, so we'll see what happens between him and Josh. Noah is hoping Lamar Jackson makes his return this week. He should. Wasn't a COVID illness. Elijah Mitchell is also back, which is very good for Noah, seeing as Michael Carter got hurt. Tyreek Hill is also out this week for Noah. Scott is playing Austin this week in a very similar matchup to what Noah has going on. Scott needs a win, and Austin would like a win to cement his place in the playoffs. I would like Austin to go ahead and cement his place. I need Scott to lose, but Scott's team has been playing so damn good. Who really knows what's going to happen in this one? Austin right now is facing what I traded away from. Patrick Mahomes' bye week is this week. He is also without James Conner, who has been scoring touchdowns like it's going out of style. Scott will be sitting on his new toys from me this week. Christian McCaffrey, Aaron Rodgers, anybody else he decides to put into the lineup. Last up this week, we have Jeremy playing Nick. Nick really needs to win this game. He cannot afford to lose another one if he's still to make playoffs. Jeremy needs to win the game to go ahead and cement himself in the playoffs. I know he doesn't want to sweat it out over the remaining 2 weeks after this week to see if he's going to make it in. Nick is playing Jeremy in a week where it's not going to have Kyler Murray. He's also without Travis Kelce and a couple of his other weapons. No Edwards-Helaire. Nick, in turn, will be missing Christian Kirk, but I don't think he was planning on starting him this week anyway. Nick, I think we are all cheering for you this week, buddy. That's all I have for you guys this week. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you on next week's edition of Preview.